but I want to start with Jimmy Butler. And another reason why I respect this guy. Jimmy Bucket's not only a big game player, not only a likable guy. Remember even in the bubble, he had his coffee he was selling to other players. There's something very special about Jimmy Butler. And COVINO, you pointed out like a week ago, the more people get to know his backstory, you love him even more. How he was raised and family took him in. Like the guy's he has a story.
He was sort of on his own at like 13, 14 years old and was hanging around on the streets, was hanging out with his best friend. His best friend's mom took a liking to him. He never left. And he overcame so many obstacles. He was overlooked and then made his way all the way here. Yeah. He has an amazing story of fortitude and, again, overcoming obstacles. Has a great spirit. He's likable. One of my favorite players. However, that doesn't mean I need to like everything about the guy. Because what you seem to like about him, I respect, but I don't necessarily like him.
Get out of here. Another reason to love Jimmy Butler.
I disagree.
Ramos, hit it!
Bieber, his new thing. What about his obsession with Taylor Swift? I love music as a whole. I think Justin Bieber's Purpose album, it's like if there was a thing that's perfect, I think that album is that. I'm a huge fan of it. I like him too as a person. Taylor Swift can do no wrong. I mean, it's Taylor Swift, so you just leave that there.
Now, I don't trust people that don't have a diverse musical interest. Like,
agreed.
People that are like...
And everybody has a guilty pleasure.
Yeah, of course.
Everybody has their corny stuff that they like. I make exceptions for all of that.
But as he gets ready for a very important Game 5 tonight in Boston.
Where everybody's saying the Celtics have this in their back pocket.
What did Sir Charles call it?
Cakewalk.
It's a cakewalk.
I think he was just hungry. I think he just wanted to take a walk to get some cake.
He's thinking about cake is right. Now, while he's getting ready and he's blasting Taylor Swift's new album, Midnight's in his headphones by his locker.
You can't be mentally prepared listening to Taylor Swift and Justin Bieber. If you're going to listen to anything before you take on the Celtics, who are hungry in Game 5
Charles
to win,
Barkley's hungry.
You need something badass. You need something to get you in that zone. And you think Taylor Swift is bringing it? I say absolutely
as
no.
As Donald Trump's old lawyer once said. Says who?
Says me. Here's what I do respect. The honesty. And true confidence comes from being comfortable with yourself in your own skin and owning whatever it is that you like. So I respect that tremendously. That doesn't mean I have to applaud his music taste because it's trash. I like that he's diverse,
trash?
But he leads with Bieber and Taylor Swift. I'm disappointed.
Bieber is a great artist. Taylor Swift is selling out stadiums.
I'm not saying that they're not talented, but that's what gets him fired up. I have to question that. I think he has bad music taste. As much as I like him and I praised him, I sang his praises, I have to say that I think his music taste stinks. That does not get me fired up, and I'm just being honest about it. That doesn't mean that I don't like certain pop songs here and there, but I'm not the guy seeking that out and saying from start to finish, the Biebs, even though he's my boy, is like what gets me fired up. I don't even get it, like not even a little bit.
I mean, to each his own with provolone. Is that your dad's favorite catchphrase?
That is true.
Yeah, to each his own with provolone.
He says, size each his own with provolone, baby.
So... Bieber may fire someone up. You know what? Some of the rock stuff you listen to, it sounds like noise to me.
I think he should take a listen because if he wants to beat the Celtics, I don't think Justified, or no, that's Timberlake. He probably loves that too. I don't think Justin
You don't
Bieber,
like Justified by Timberlake?
No, not a big fan, dude. I'm not a fan of like bubblegum pop.
That's one of the biggest albums of the...
I don't like it, man. I like rock music. I like some 90s hip hop. I like songs that have huevos.
Bubblegum
songs that have substance and huevos, not songs that make me want to dance. It's just not my vibe, especially if you're trying to get into the mindset to beat the Celtics at home.
You think Justin Timberlake is
not about Timberlake? I meant to say Justin Bieber.
You think Justin Bieber's bubblegum pop?
Yeah, I do. I don't think there's any other definition for it. I think there's certain songs that I do like if I'm out and about, but I'll never seek them out to get me in the zone.
I think Justin Timberlake's far from... I'm sorry, Bieber is far from bubblegum pop these days.
Like Baby
I'm not
by
a
Justin
believer,
Timberlake.
dude. I don't know what to tell you.
I was a 20-year-old song.
Exactly.
When he was like a teenager.
I'm not a believer, never was a believer, and I'm not a Swiftie. So as much as I like Jimmy Butler, I can't get down with him like that.
Yeah, I don't trust people like you. People that don't have...
I think it's the opposite.
People that don't have a diverse...
It's called not having, like, sort of a taste of your own. That's some mainstream garbage, in my opinion.
You think Taylor Swift's garbage?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. He's a grown man. He's a grown man in the NBA playoffs. Like, that's what gets him fired up? That's odd to me.
Give me what fires you up.
What gets me fired up?
Yeah. If you in the...
Rage Against the Machine, System of a Down.
Something relatively...
Angry Divorced Dad rock gets me fired up.
Oh, it's like Papa Roach, but not like...
T.I. gets me fired up. Some Jay-Z.
T.I.?
Some Kanye. Yeah. Some Biggie Smalls. This guy's talking Taylor Swift and Justin Bieber, and I'm supposed to be like, yeah, man. Yeah, that's my guy. No way. And I'm not trying too hard. I have musical taste. And that's not it.
Which is different than Jimmy Butler.
But I do respect him owning it. You know what else I like? Yacht rock. I like Seals and Crofts. But I'm not listening to that before the big game.
Seals and Crofts before...
But you know what I'm listening to that? On an easy breezy Sunday morning. Not before Game 5. You see the difference?
Jimmy Butler, 33 years old.
Yeah.
Born in 1989. Same year as Taylor Swift.
So he should put on a Tribe Called Quest.
You know what I hear?
To him, that's old guy stuff.
Yeah, well, guess what, man?
Dating yourself right now.
To me, that's baby girl music.
Jimmy Butler should be listening to Guns N' Roses.
And I'm allowed to say baby girl music. You know why? Because I have a 13, 14-year-old daughter. You know what she listens to? That and stuff cooler than
the
that.
The NBA, the NFL, MLB, hot dog eating, all young people sports.
Yeah.
So these young people are listening to younger music. You're making it sound like they should be...
That's like teeny bopper girl music.
It's younger era music.
That's not my music. And I'll be okay with that.
because you're an old guy.
Are you listening to Taylor Swift?
I don't mind her, yes.
I'm not saying I mind her. You think I have like a vendetta, like I'm angry at Taylor Swift?
I'm sure she's on a playlist.
That's just not my style.
Honestly,
it's not my vibe. I don't seek it out. Like you think I have something against Justin Bieber? That's my boy. That's my boy. But you think that I listen to him to get fired up? You're out of your mind.
What do you listen to get fired up?
I just gave you examples.
Rage Against the Machine, he said.
I just gave you examples. And there's other pop songs that I like. There's other pop bands that I like.
You know who went out of his way to go see Taylor Swift at Gillette with his girlfriend?
Yeah, he was
Matt Jones.
Taking his girlfriend. I get it. I get that.
These
you
are
know
young,
what I would do?
These are young dudes.
I would take my daughter, who's 14. You know, Jimmy Butler, as much as I respect them, I'm like, man, I don't know about that. I don't vibe with that. Not everybody does. I hate to break the news to you. Not everybody lives in a bubblegum pop radio world.
Bubblegum.
You keep saying bubblegum. Like, bubblegum's like girl,
bubblegum music.
Like teenagers and stuff.
It is bubblegum music. It is.
These are not
That's
teenagers.
like kids pop stuff. Yeah, it's not my
Kids pop?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
do you realize how Danny G? Does he realize what he sounds like? I don't know if he does.
That's not my thing.
Justin Bieber is not. He's not a teenager anymore.
Why are you acting surprised? You've known me for 20 years. Have you ever known me to like this stuff ever? So why are you acting surprised?
Danny G
he had to sell you nothing against them.
But it's one thing to like it not be your style.
It's not my taste.
It's another thing to talk so condescendingly about
because
music.
It's for, to me, not a guy who's getting ready for Game 5 in the Eastern Conference Finals. Like, I don't trust that. I don't trust that.
He wants to be in a good mood.
Hey,
like you heard him
everybody's
yesterday,
different, dude. Why? Wait. So why is my opinion not okay?
You heard him.
If everybody's different, then what's wrong with my opinion?
Tuesday after the game, after the loss, he said, we're going to go back in the locker room. We're going to have some fun, have a good time, crack open some beer, have some wine. He wants to be in a good mood.
Well, hey, I
he
do
doesn't want to be like
raging. You know, he played that Hall & Oates song in that commercial, man. I got down with that. But I could see you playing that when you're folding laundry and wanting to get in a good mood. You make my dreams come true. Ooh, ooh, Jimmy Butler sings that in I don't know if it was a beer commercial or something. And I'm like, look at him getting down to Hall & Oates. I respect that. Just like I respect him owning what he likes. When you're getting ready for a big game, I just don't get it. There's driving music. There's motivational music. There's I'm going to the gym music. There's like, yo, I'm ready to kick some ass music. And then there's like, I'm chilling on a Sunday folding laundry music. And he's listening to that. Actually, I think he's listening to like pop princess music.
Pop princess.
To get ready for Game 5. That's just my opinion.
Energy.
Pop princess.
Is Taylor Swift not a pop princess? I'm sorry, is she not?
Someone calls her the pop princess?
She's one of.
That's pretty
she's
cool.
one of the top.
Did she trademark it?
I'm not saying she's not a great and doesn't sell out. That's obvious.
I wonder if she knows she's the pop princess.
Didn't
I mean, to me, she
didn't
is.
Mariah
She's a
Carey
big deal.
try and trademark like she was the princess of Christmas?
Yeah, they said no, you can't do that.
Can't do
Hey,
that.
dude, not everybody
Danny
gets
G,
down
Danny
like
G
that.
had to sell you on country music because Covino's
I hate to break the heart of Danny G or anybody. I still don't like country music, but I did respect
You'll
it.
get there.
I might get there. And you know what? There are certain songs that I do like because they make me think of my daughter or whatever, right? A lot of corny songs that I wouldn't necessarily seek
that
out
word
myself. Yeah, like Shake It Off, right? It's one of your favorite Taylor Swift songs. I like that song because my daughter likes that
Got a
song.
beat.
But I wouldn't ever like that song if my daughter didn't like it and it didn't make me think of her. You see what I'm saying? So, look, I'm sure Jimmy Butler has his reasons. I find it odd that he's claiming it as his own. That's all. You know what I mean? Everybody has their guilty pleasure.
Well, he's getting ready for Game 5 tonight. If he wins, we all know the secret sauce. Taylor Swift.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Maybe I'll change my tune. If he comes out with some fire tonight, I'm like, man, maybe I got to rethink it.
Going to drop a 40 spot.
Maybe Avenged Sevenfold and Godsmack aren't the key.
And Cove, you got to keep an open mind to Taylor Swift because when she first came onto the scene, yes, she had very simple lyrics.
Yes.
Okay, but she's evolved.
Yes.
He's calling Bieber like a teenager. Bieber is in his 30s now.
Bieber hasn't had that flop haircut
Still don't get
for
down
20
with
years.
that, bro.
Bieber's considered like an R&B guy.
I'm
now.
not that guy. I know you want me to be
You're going
somebody
too far.
else.
You're going too far calling Bieber R&B. But
I mean, the Biebs is respected.
It's not my vibe, my go-to, and it's not in my library. It's just not even in my playlist. If I had like hey, I got teenage kids coming over to my house playlist on my Spotify, then I would have that. That's not what I get down with, man. So I'm surprised, but I don't like hate him any or think any different. I'm just surprised that Jimmy Butler, who I love, gets down to that. And that's why it's a headline, because it's surprising, dude. If it wasn't surprising, we wouldn't be talking about it. You're just bringing it up because you're like, oh, I'm not the only guy. Jimmy does too. Jimmy gives your corny music taste some validity because I think those songs are corny. I do.
If you've known Covino as long as we have, Spot, everything.
It's not anything new.
Everything's corny if he doesn't like it. Corny.
Do you think there's a bunch of grown dudes right now that are like, yeah, man, Justin Bieber and Taylor Swift get me fired up?
Taylor Swift very much
That's
leans
why
female, but Justin Bieber and Timberlake, those are like
But that's why
mainstream
this is
people
a story.
now.
This is why it's a headline. If he said some obvious stuff, you think anyone would care? It's because it's surprising. So I do find it surprising. Here's a guy that plays with the intensity of a desperate player who's trying to win, right? He plays with passion, noticeable passion, his heart on his sleeve, and it's Taylor Swift and Bieber that gets him to that level. That's surprising. That's why it's a story. I also find it surprising.
Well, players gonna play, and haters.
Hey, I'm not hating.
Gonna hate.
I'm not hating. I'm just saying that's not my style. Everybody has different styles. Everybody's diverse when it comes to their music taste. I'm a little more open-minded than some people, but I'll
actually not really.
I don't seek that out.
I was gonna say that if you can't appreciate hip hop, rock, pop, country,
because that's stuff that's on no matter what. If you go to Sharky's today, if you go to Ralph's, if you go out to the bar, that's just mainstream like garbage that's going to be on. So you can't avoid that. If you go and party this Memorial Day weekend, and you're out and about.
Why do you say garbage though?
Because it's mass-produced nonsense for the masses. It's not like really good music to me as a music lover. If
I walk into a bar,
so lyrically and music production wise, you think that?
Yeah, I do.
That like Papa Roach has a better musicality than Taylor Swift.
No, she makes good hits, but not songs that are going to get me fired up as a man. Does it sound like a man to you, as Rocky Balboa would say?
That Taylor Swift documentary was really cool to watch, though, because you got to see the process she went through making.
Dude,
the songs.
I respect it. Doesn't mean I have to like it. Like you guys are like,
you said the word garbage
music
multiple times.
bullies because it's not for me. And I wasn't calling her out. I was saying pop music as a whole. It's not my style. I like rock music. So why would I pretend to be on Jimmy Butler's good side?
Yeah,
I love Jimmy
Butler. You're a rocking guy.
I like rock music. I like music
dude.
with some. I like music that wears some nuts. Can I say that?
That's something like a 50-year-old rocker would say.
No, dude. It's not only 50-year-old people that like rock. In fact, Google Stats will prove it to you.
What's Google Stats?
Check it out.
You have a stat on this?
Google puts out stats, and rock music is more popular now than it's been in 20 years. So maybe you sound like the old guy because there's a lot of young people that are back into rock. I don't know. Google? Isn't that your reference to everything when you're trying to figure it out?
Rock music?
I guess Google's the big liar. I don't know. So, I mean, everybody has a taste and everybody has a preference. I don't agree with Jimmy Butler's, but everyone's entitled to their crappy taste and opinions.
What was that festival you went to in Vegas?
Sick New World.
Did that shut down Ticketmaster for days?
Dude, that's because the masses, millions of people can be wrong. Oh, Susan Boyle was the #1 album for 10 weeks.
I love how that's always your excuse.
Because masses like trash. That's just stuff to please the masses. Real
the
music fans are like, yeah, I'm not into
trashes.
Let's just, hey, dude, if it was so commonplace, we wouldn't be talking about it. So for you to act like I'm the crazy one, then why is this a story?
Well,
please explain.
Because it's funny that you would assume Jimmy Butler wouldn't love Taylor Swift and Bieber as his go-tos, but
I thought he'd be down with the Wu-Tang or something.
Why? He's not your age.
Dude, you don't listen to the classics? See,
Drake?
Because you're such a pop radio guy.
Do the kids
you
still
think
like
you think when I was his age, I wasn't listening to music older than my generation?
He could get fired up to Chris Brown, Tyga.
There you go.
Or Jason Derulo, who were all born the same year as him.
Or as every young athlete on planet Earth loves Bad Bunny.
Oh, Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny.
Guess what, Rich? That wouldn't have made any news. So I do respect Jimmy Butler owning it. I'll respect anyone owning what they're into, right? Hey, he doesn't.
That was my original point.
He doesn't have to prove anything to anybody. He's a badass. I get that, but it is surprising because of that reason. So, not everybody's down with Bieber and Taylor Swift. So it's surprising.
Well,
what one song would you pick, Covino, if Jimmy Buckets said, "I'm gonna let you pick my last song before I come out of the locker room here"?
Ooh, that's a good one, man.
It's a great question, Danny J.
Revenga by System of a Down.
Okay.
Yeah.
How old is he?
Who?
Jimmy Butler.
Doesn't matter. My daughter's 14 and likes System of a Down. Does that matter? Why does that matter? You know why it matters to you? Because you never sought out music as a younger man. Because you listened to whatever the radio told you, pop radio told you to listen to.
Jimmy
so you
Butler.
can't relate.
All right, I'll make sure I'll pass along the note that Jimmy Butler should listen to System of a Down because that seems like in his wheelhouse just as much as Taylor Swift.
You asked me. Listen to how about some something from Korn maybe?
Korn.
Or you want to take it to hip hop? Oh, you want to take it to R&B? How about some Neo, man? I like some Neo. Why not? I'm just surprised that this is where he went. And I'm not the only one.
Game
that's
5
why it's an article
tonight. If Jimmy Butler wins, just know you could thank Bieber and Taylor Swift for hyping him up. COVINO Rich right here on FSR.
I can't wait to hear the feedback on this because I would think most people are like, yeah, you know what? I agree with COVINO.
Yeah, Jimmy Butler should listen to System. Tonight, by the way, the Celtics favored. It keeps going up.
Why is it crazy that I should listen to Taylor Swift then? If I'm like, why doesn't he listen to some old school Jodeci or something? Why is that crazy? But I should be listening to Taylor Swift?
8.5, by the way. 8.5 tonight.
What's 8.5?
Celtics favored by 8.5. So,
oh man,
the narrative of the Celtics coming back and making this a series is strong, my friend. So
that seems like a big number.
I was gonna say, if you want to go money line Heat, that's probably a nice little plus a few hundred. You can make a nice little profit if you think the Heat close it out tonight. I don't know. I think the Heat close it out in Game 6. I'm not so certain as Sir Charles, but I mean, would conventional wisdom say that at home after maybe finding themselves in Game 4, the Celtics come on strong tonight at home?
I think they're coming on strong. I'm going to go out on a limb, just to prove again that I have nothing against Jimmy Butler. I've been saying it for years now. He's one of my favorite players in the NBA. I think he puts everyone, it proves everyone wrong tonight. I do. Yeah, he plays with some fire.
Play like $50 on the money line.
Maybe I have to rethink my feelings on pop music.
Maybe you need to listen to a little T Swift before every show.
Maybe I will, and maybe it'll be me and Jimmy with 40,000 teenage kids at the next show.
There you go.